Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Fourth and a Mile podcast, Season 2, Week 1, NFL. I'm with Nicholas Elliott. We are officially rolling in the NFL season. We had Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and Monday games of the NFL. 4 straight days of NFL football. And on that Saturday, we had college football. So it's a good time to be alive.
That's right.
And the weather's getting a lot nicer, especially where we both are in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start off with Thursday night football between the reigning defending champion Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. If this is your first time listening, I am from Dallas, so yes, I'm a Cowboys fan. It is unfortunate. But I will say this, though. The Eagles did win. But as a Dallas Cowboy fan, I was very happy with this performance. I wasn't expecting Dallas to win like some idiots they did, but they looked competitive against the best team in the NFC. And after you traded Micah Parsons away, I expected the defense to be bad, and it was for the first half. But then after the weather delay and after halftime, they gave up 3 points. That's it. So they settled down and they played more like a competent NFL defense. I thought our corners looked pretty good. But the Achilles heel of the Cowboys was the edge rushing help really on Jalen Hurts. They did a pretty decent job on Saquon Barkley, I thought, which is kind of nice to see that a running back didn't go for 170 yards on us. But it was Hurts scrambling that killed Dallas on that side. On the offensive side, a big surprise, we have a running back. We have a running game.
2.
We actually have a running game. I never thought that would happen, but Javonte Williams, welcome back. Welcome back. Javonte Williams had a really nice night, had 2 touchdowns. Dak Prescott played exceptional, I thought. Good enough to win that game and was the best player on the Dallas Cowboys that night. The game came down to just a few mistakes, and the team that made the mistakes were the Cowboys.
Yeah, a few drops.
They had in the third quarter, right before the play, right before the weather delay that happened, Miles Sanders, in the red zone, fumbles and gets picked up by Philadelphia, and Dak Prescott barely trips him up and saves a touchdown. And right after that, the weather delay happened, and another few mistakes. The final drive, CeeDee Lamb just dropped a few balls that are really tough, but CeeDee should have probably caught them, and they were right in the breadbasket.
At least caught one of them. One of them was right up.
But overall, Philadelphia didn't make mistakes, and that's why they won the game. Dallas did.
Well, they did make one mistake.
As a Cowboys fan, I was beyond happy with this performance. It's like, that's the best way you can lose, is go down swinging. And you gave Philly everything you could in week 1. And the next game you play them in Dallas. And with a way more experienced team, so that might be better.
The one part that we didn't talk about was Jordan Davis before the first.
Not Jordan Davis, another Georgia player, Jalen Carter.
Oh, Jalen Carter, yeah. I get those two mixed up. They're still on the same team.
In what we call Carter, I didn't personally. I was working that night, so I didn't see that part, but I heard it. And everyone's like,
it was just good tactics.
Jalen Carter just ejected. I'm like, for what? Did he throw a punch or something? Because I kind of because Cowboys Eagles. What do you expect? But no, he got spit on. And according to some people, they think Dak spit on first, but.
No, Dak spit on the ground.
It's really who the ref sees, and the ref
emotional tactics by Dak. It was good.
And that probably helped the run game a lot.
Yeah, Oh, it helped Tyler Booker because that's who he would have been blocking.
Tyler Booker looked really good for the Cowboys. I thought
Yeah.
the offensive line looked
Pretty
good.
good.
It wasn't as bad as I thought.
I'm kind of worried about the Eagles secondary. I think that could be very
their
problematic.
secondary did get torched, but I will say it's a long season.
Yeah.
It's a long season. Really, the only thing I would say about Philadelphia is they were definitely undisciplined.
Yeah.
They
Then
had
you get AJ Brown
many,
and Devontae Smith.
they had way too many penalties,
Yeah.
but
That's
they
week
also
one.
didn't get AJ really involved like I thought
Nope.
they would, or Devontae. But overall, a win's a win, and Philly won on ring night, and that's really all I gotta say about the game.
Yeah. I think the Cowboys fans should be pretty optimistic with how the season could go.
I thought we were going to be terrible. I actually think we might be mediocre to continue for a wild card.
Yeah, I think you and the Commanders, I think y'all two will be like fighting for the wild card.
Probably for that second place. All right, now you have any final thoughts on the game?
I think the Eagles will be all right. I think they'll be fine.
Again, but it's week one. A lot of sloppiness.
I liked more what I saw of the Cowboys than I did the Eagles. Eagles just kind of just handled business. I mean, they didn't really expect the game to be kind of close as what it was. So it was like nice to see. I thought George Pickens looked pretty good in the Cowboys offense. So, I mean,
he didn't have as many targets as I thought he would, but he did play pretty good. So that looked good so far. And then so far, knock on wood, nothing yet.
Jake Ferguson looked pretty good.
Yeah, he's always been good.
Yeah.
Next game we got we went to Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Chargers get a massive win. They beat the Chiefs in week one.
And on the injury front for that game, Xavier Worthy is going to be out, maybe missing, I think it's like dislocated shoulder, so he'll be out for.
Yeah, if you saw the play, Kelsey and Worthy on a mesh route. Kelsey ran into Worthy, and Worthy's shoulder, he knew it immediately. He was like, something's wrong with his shoulder.
Yeah, Justin Herbert played an absolute.
That was his best. I thought the big story of the game was Justin Herbert. That was his best game of his football as a Charger.
Helps when you got Keenan Allen back.
He looked unstoppable. He looked like a guy that everyone hyped up going, this is the guy. And I never really bought it because I never saw it out of Herbert early on. I thought he was really good. I didn't think he was that guy. This was a that guy moment where he's like, I'm here, and I'm going to win this thing.
Yeah. Keenan Allen looked pretty good in his.
Keenan Allen, yeah, he had a touchdown there. Quentin Johnson, though.
Yeah, improving.
Maybe it finally clicked for him. Looked really nice. Amarian Hampton, he's going to be explosive.
Him and Najee look pretty solid.
Amarian Hampton was the one I watched the most. He got close a few times breaking that. And then the Chargers defense is really good. Really well.
I'm worried. Just like I said with the Eagles secondary, I'm more worried about the Chiefs secondary than I am the Eagles secondary.
Why would you say that?
I don't know, man. They were just, Chargers just had their way. Like Herbert was finding guys open left and right, and I think it's going to be. You think about the quarterbacks that they're going to have to face week in and week out. This weekend they're going to have to face against Jalen Hurts. Maybe Jalen Hurts has a big passing game.
We get the Super Bowl rematch in week 2.
Yeah, the Eagles, and I think it's in Arrowhead this weekend.
Okay.
Yep, Eagles and Chiefs on Fox.
Nice. So, Chiefs, their offense.
Their offense looks.
I'm not gonna say much, but I think they're gonna make a trade, and
Hollywood Brown looked good though.
They have got to make a trade though because they got Rashee Rice out and now Worthy out. I can see him call up possibly Miami.
Hollywood Brown stocks if you have him on your fantasy team.
Yeah, start him because
Travis Kelce did not. He was kind of two receptions, 41 yards. He still had 47 yards, still had a
Kelsey
touchdown. But
is Kelsey. He'll show up at the playoffs and
yeah,
once in a while, but he's not fantasy football legend Travis Kelsey like he was
No.
kind of earlier in Mahomes' career. But I'm more worried about the Chiefs' run game. That
Yeah.
did not do.
When Mahomes is your leading rusher, that's kind of
even the greatness of Patrick Mahomes, who I still think is the best quarterback in the league.
yeah.
Even though he's not my favorite, he's the best quarterback in the league until proven otherwise. Even with him, if you can't run the ball, then secondaries are just going to go beat us from the ground. We're going to put 8, 7, or 6 guys covering.
Yeah.
And that's just a numbers game.
I mean, yeah, when your quarterback leads you in rushing, that's not a good day on the ground at all.
No,
I mean,
even though Mahomes had really good
outside of Mahomes had 6 carries, and then Pacheco and Kareem Hunt had 10 combined carries.
That's not good.
No,
that's not sustainable.
Then again, they were kind of playing from behind the whole game. So I mean, when you can't get up early,
fair, but still, you got to establish a run game.
No run was
established. When you're behind, you got to establish a run game. And a game we'll talk about later. The team actually did sustain a run.
Yeah,
there were teams that did.
Marion Hampton too. I mean, Marion Hampton looked pretty good. He didn't get in the end zone, but
yeah,
I mean, he got 15 touches, got only 48 yards, but still a consistency to keep running the ball. I mean, Najee only had 1 carry. That's kind of crazy.
Are you ready to final thoughts on the game?
The Chiefs are the Chiefs until proven otherwise, but I mean, look out. I mean, there's a couple teams in that division.
The West is coming.
Yeah.
It's coming because
Harbaugh in year 2 is coming.
I mean, we're not going to talk about the other 2 games that happened, but every other AFC West team.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders look competent, and I thought the Broncos look sluggish, but they still won. So, I mean,
they look sluggish on the offensive side.
Yeah.
So the West is coming. All right, now we get into Sunday. Sunday, the first day of Red Zone, which.
Yep. Before we get into the games, let's congratulate the Bengals.
They had 1 minute of ads, and people complained.
The Bengals are 1-0. Yay!
Oh, that looks sloppy, and they should have lost that game.
They had 7 yards in the second half.
They should have lost that game. I mean, Cleveland shot themselves in the foot.
The noon slate had
just like only Cleveland could.
The noon slate had a lot of games. I mean, Daniel Jones. How about that? Leaving the Giants. We just go through big headlines.
I mean, might be a train wreck. The
Dolphins
might be a train wreck.
I mean, we called it though. I mean, I was saying I thought they were going to be in trouble. Like they're just bad. It's gonna be bad. Tyreek Hill hasn't had a.
I think they're gonna clean house.
This
is like
Tyreek Hill hasn't had a 30-yard catch in like a year since last year.
I have him on one of my fantasy leagues.
Yeah,
even though I knew it's like trade him, I think he's gonna get traded and then he's gonna go off.
I mean, there were a lot of good games in the noon slate. Like Oh yeah,
Bucks Falcons was Bucks Falcons NFC South. Falcons choke it in the end.
I thought Baker Mayfield played like an average game. Like he did not look as good as sharp.
That game was Emeka Egbuka.
Yep.
The Ohio State receiver who looked awesome.
Yeah.
And he's going to be that future Buck grade probably.
Yeah, the Bucks line it was kind of problematic in that game against the Falcons, but I mean Michael Penix played awesome, and then Younghoe Koo still struggling. I mean,
yeah,
a change is probably coming.
I think Falcons signed a kicker today.
Oh wow!
All right, so before we get into the game that everyone's talking about from the noon slate, let's talk about New Orleans.
Another year of misery, but. Look, there were promises. There were actually some promising things that I saw. I thought Cam Jordan, despite his old age, he had 2 sacks, so he looks pretty solid. Demario Davis, I mean, he's actually aging in reverse because he continues to get better every single time he laces the cleats up.
Ageless wonders on that defense.
Yeah,
Cam Jordan and Demario.
I mean, the defense under Brandon Staley actually looked decent. You got Kyler was kind of out of sync for most of the game. We're able to get a lot of negative yardage and stuff, but the Saints offense, I mean, Groupie missed a 30-yarder, probably should have made it, but I thought Spencer Rattler in his first game, I thought when first start under Kellen Moore, I thought he looked pretty solid actually. No turnovers, played clean ball. I mean, gave the team a chance to win in the end. I mean, Jawan Johnson, you got to high point that ball. It was a perfect ball between like triple coverage, and you got to come down with it. But I mean, I liked more what I saw than what I didn't like. So I mean, even in a loss, I mean, you can't really complain much.
It might be a fun tank, actually.
That's right. I mean,
what killed the Saints in the game? I wasn't able to watch most of this game because I was in Starkville.
I mean, really, just they were just stalling in the red zone. Like the red zone offense was kind of bad. Like, and then they would give up like big third down. They would get the Cardinals in 3rd and long, like 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 11. And they would just give it up, and the drives would just keep going. Like that was really it.
How did Maserati Marv look?
Yeah, I mean, he had a touchdown, 5 receptions, 71 yards, pretty solid. I mean, Kyler was playing sick, so I mean, he didn't do bad, but
all right. So, well, as most viewers know, Nicholas is a Saints fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, so we're both expecting meh seasons.
Well, you might be. You're probably expect. Mine's not even meh at this point.
I'm expecting competent football.
I mean, you might get a playoff.
We got 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the big game of the noon slate. Jets Steelers. You watched most of this game, so I'm gonna let you take the spotlight on this game.
I mean, this game was on Red Zone, like all of the noon slate. I mean, you look your eyes up on the TV and you'd see Scott Hansen reporting on the Jets game. You'd see Jets either. Justin Fields looked amazing. I mean,
yeah, that's what I've heard. Is like he looked like a solid quarterback.
Aaron Glenn. I mean, he's gonna do miracles on the Jets. Like, there's a lot of optimism from just what I was seeing that makes me feel good that the Jets are actually going in the right direction. But I mean, the Steelers defense was kind of not what you are usually seeing in a Steelers defense. But I mean, look, Jalen Ramsey, man, he made some big plays. I mean, there was a 4th and 2 or something. They threw it to Garrett Wilson, and boom, Jalen Ramsey, perfectly timed hit to end the game pretty much. But I mean, the big story of the game was Aaron Rodgers and his return to MetLife. He looked like vintage Aaron Rodgers with 4 touchdown passes.
Who was his favorite receiver in the game?
DK Metcalf had 83 yards. I mean, 4 receptions, 83 yards. But I think it was just a mix of everybody. Like Calvin Austin was getting a lot of touches. Freiermuth, Ben Skoranek had a touchdown. Kind of funny.
Okay, so exactly what Steelers fans kind of want, which is
more than just one guy getting the ball. I mean, DK looked pretty solid. They had like a circus catch. It was pretty nice.
Do the Steelers my question is, do the Steelers have a run game or no? It's going to be all on Rodgers.
Probably Rodgers. I mean, they have Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson only got 1 carry, but Jalen Warren had 11. So, I mean, it's probably just going to be kind of just Aaron Rodgers' show.
Yeah, and that might be a problem for the Steelers, especially if that defense doesn't get
their defense, I mean, they have a lot of good guys on that team. They did. Yeah, I think it's going to take a couple weeks because they still. I mean, it's going to take a couple weeks to mesh because you still got. I'm pretty sure. Don't they have Jalen Ramsey? Pretty sure they have Darius Slay. Yeah, Darius Slay. I mean, they have a lot of big names on there. They just got to. Mesh. But I mean, I was really like more impressed with what I saw of the Jets than I did when I was out of the Steelers.
Okay. You want to talk quickly about the 425 games, and then we'll get into I guess the big one.
I mean, the big story from this is Jordan Love looked really good,
and Micah Parsons really opens up.
And Ben Johnson-less Lions might be in trouble. Their offense looked stalemate. It looked very like run, play action pass, dump off, and it was Jared checkdowns. There was no deep plays for JMO after getting paid. There was no no good crossing routes for Amon-Ra. It was just all like dump offs, short routes, and that's just not going to win you games, especially when you get down by 14 in the first quarter. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. And then that pass rush of Micah, Rashawn Gary, there's a lot to like. And then look, Jordan Love, he was not really given the ball. Like, he was not trusted as much last year from before, but you go out the first drive and you throw for 70 yards on the first drive. And it's like, look, wow, putting it in the hands of the guy you paid the most money. It's like.
Fair point.
I thought I thought all the Packers receivers, they do a good job.
They're just a young team.
Yeah.
Most of their core pieces are young, and even with being super young, they won 10 games last year. And now you add Micah Parsons to that team. So they're going to be contender.
I think I'm still kind of worried about – there's a lot of secondaries I'm worried about in this league this year. The Packers, they have a lot of young guys in secondary, but, when you have a pass rush like that, it really doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah. Let's get into do you want to talk about Monday Night Football and end with the finale?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried. Before we get to that, the Niners have some injury troubles.
Brock Purdy that's the Niners for you. They're just an old team.
Well, at least CMC was healthy.
Good. Give them that. But
hey, CMC.
That was a must-win game for the 49ers. For the Seahawks, per se, it's like it stings, but
they gave that game away.
Bounce back, but you can learn from that. 49ers need that win because they know there's going to be some guys on that in the injury tent.
Here's a stat for you. Sam Darnold had 150 passing yards. JSN, 124 receiving yards.
He's the best receiver on that team.
That's a problem.
They need receiving help. They
have Cooper Kupp. He only had 2 catches.
Oh, there you go. I totally forgot about him.
The Niners, the Seahawks, there was a big point in the game as I was watching it. It was on red zone. It was a 4th and 1 with 3 minutes left, and they decided to kick a field goal instead of going for it. And they really probably could have run the clock out. And then the Niners hit a deep ball.
The thing with the Seahawks is they just need competent offense because their defense is really good.
Yeah, their offensive line looked a little better, but not as much better as it was last year. But you want to get into Monday Night Football?
Yeah, we'll do Monday Night Football quickly, and then we'll get into the big one. Monday Night Football, Vikings come back and beat Chicago. Yeah. Same old story with the Bears. Let me rephrase that. There are some good things I like. The Bears, there's a lot of good coming out of this.
Dennis Allen.
Also, there are some questions. Let's start with the good. Your defense is going to be fine. Really, really good, I would say.
2 words. Dennis Allen.
Yep. And another thing, the offense looked good. It was the first game with Ben Johnson, and it looked good. Not great, good.
Offensive line, though. That's a problem.
Offensive line and Caleb Williams' inconsistency because
he was,
and that might be because he
was rushed into a lot of
being pressured. Again, they invested so much in the offensive line in week 1 against Minnesota. Now, granted, Brian Flores is probably the best defensive mind in football right now.
Yeah, but I'm worried when they play the Packers.
But that was not a great performance.
You might have to send you might have to pray a rosary before the game against Green Bay because
Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness might do unspeakable things to Chicago yet again.
Yep. JJ McCarthy, it was a tale of 2 halves for him. Really bad first half. Pretty solid second half.
He didn't turn the ball. When he finally got everything clicking, it looked pretty solid.
Yeah.
But again, a win's a win for the Vikings. The defense, we all knew that was going to be really good. That's not the problem. It was
I
the
mean,
offense. And again, like I said, a win's a win, and it's a division game in Chicago. That's what you need.
yeah.
It's good. The offense is going to click in time.
I
Why,
like the
why the heck did you not use Aaron Jones in the backfield? I know he caught a touchdown, but kind of give Jordan Mason him both touches.
yeah, Aaron Jones 8 touches. Aaron Jones 8 carries. Jordan Mason 15. I thought Jordan Mason looked really good.
He looked really good.
That could be a good 1-2 punch for the
Absolutely.
Vikings. They need to get Justin Jefferson only 4 catches though. I mean,
He did catch that big touchdown that really started the run.
yeah.
Again, everything just collapsed for the Bears. After that one touchdown, they go 3 and out, and then a block punt, and then another touchdown. They go 3 and out again, and then Vikings go down again.
After the pick 6 by JJ, he was really
after the pick 6 by JJ, everyone's like, Chicago's going to have a statement win.
Kevin O'Connell was giving him like a lot of easy throws,
and that's what good coordinators do. Give him easy throws. Ben Johnson will learn in time what works and what doesn't with this team. O'Connell showed more experience going, stay in the game, and eventually they're going to mess up. They did.
And that's what happened.
What happened? Ben Johnson will learn this as it goes on, but it wasn't. Look, there's a lot of losses in the Bears in these past few years where you're like, that was ugly. At least in this one, you can say, okay, there were some positives, but also
he's got to finish. He's got to play better in the second half. I mean, the second half was just about abysmal performance on offense. Their defense was on the field for like half the game, half the second half.
Yeah, they just need to get Caleb more comfortable. They just need
to get him some quicker throws. I mean, he's one of the play actions.
Give him some easy stuff.
Yeah,
you did it with Jared Goff last year. Gave him easy stuff.
I mean, we say Jared checkdowns. Maybe Caleb needs a little bit more checkdowns in this game. They're running all this play action stuff.
He looks stuttered.
Yeah. And by the time he does a play action and looks up in the pocket, there was already 2 guys in the backfield after him.
They said a stat that Caleb was sacked the 3rd most out of any rookie quarterback in history.
Yeah.
That does something to a mental. To get that out, though, Ben Johnson has to give him runs and quick checkdowns, even if the run's not working.
Yep. Shall we get to the game of the year?
Game of the year time. Ravens-Bills. And if you watch this game, you would agree with us. We had a game of the year contender in week 1. I was thinking about this recently. This is one of the best NFL games I've watched in years.
Probably since the Rams Chiefs game, that one Monday night game.
Oh, we've had better NFL games. Regular season games, I don't know. But this is the best one we've had in a while.
That's what I'm saying. The Rams Chiefs in like 2019.
I mean, I think this was better than the Rams Chiefs game.
I think it was better than that.
Great. This was an outstanding football game. And for a while, it didn't look like that because Baltimore looked dominant. Thank you, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, for winning 2 of my fantasy leagues.
Well, it's the same year with it's every year with the Ravens.
But like you said, every year, there's a graphic going around that has 20 games on it. And it shows like 2 possession leads going into the 4th with a little left. And it's like, oh yeah, the Ravens lost all these. Every year.
It's always a different story. It's like a fumble.
It's something. It's the reason why you and I were both nervous picking the Ravens to win the AFC, because this happens to them every year.
Yep.
This one, they were in complete control. They went into Buffalo and silenced them. Everything they wanted to do worked. Henry ran for 175 and looked like the best running back in football.
I mean,
Lamar
10 years in the league.
looked like the best quarterback in football. And when you have those two together, the read option is deadly. The receivers got involved. DeAndre Hopkins had a really nice catch. Zay Flowers had nice catches. And the defense managed Josh Allen. You're not going to contain Josh Allen, but you're going to manage him.
They managed him until they got this 2-possession lead.
Happened the way you wanted. And even then, you still got 2-point conversions. And you're like, just hold on. Just hold on. And then Derrick Henry trying to ice the game. You give it to your best player. I completely agree with the decision. And this is so rare from him. But Derrick Henry fumbles.
I mean, he usually only has like one fumbled loss.
And then it was like a building collapse in slow motion.
You had that. You had the tip drill. You had the missed PAT after the next possession when they scored on that long touchdown.
Yeah.
And then they missed the field goal.
What it should have been if Buffalo missed opportunities.
Yep.
That should have been the story. But instead, it shows the resilience of the Bills, even though there are massive, 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 massive concerns with Buffalo.
It's one star.
Massive concerns.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about that Buffalo defense.
Also, Matt Prater has become a hero in Buffalo.
Yep. I mean, look, the problems with the Bills are it's going to take more than just Josh Allen to lead that team.
It's the same thing. It's why everyone is concerned, like, why are we saying the Chiefs are still the Chiefs? Because it's like, you look at the other teams that they're going up against. Bengals, they have no defense. Ravens, they choke. They should be the best team in the AFC, but this happens. Buffalo, they probably have a guy that's just as good as Mahomes, but it's the defense. They can never get off the field.
They don't have much star power on the team. It's literally just Josh Allen and a bunch of dudes.
Shakir is pretty good. Again, their receiving game is not bad.
Keon Coleman, great.
Keon Coleman looked really good.
Sophomore breakout season for Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman. Kincaid looked nice. Looked very good. But it's the defense.
James Cook.
Even though Ed Oliver played incredible.
Yeah, he's always been very, very good. Joey Bosa is going to get going. I think it's going to take a couple weeks before he gets going, but I think the big part of the game. How about at the end of do you think the Ravens should have gone for it on that at the end of the game? I mean, it's close. I guess it was like a 1-point game at the time. So it's like,
no.
Yeah.
No. You trust your defense that you paid that much money to. You have Roquan Smith. You have 2 elite edge rushers. You have Kyle Hamilton. You have Nate Wiggins. You have Marlon Humphrey. You have an insane secondary. You just tell them, hold on.
I think what worried me about the Ravens defense.
They had a good punt too.
Yeah.
It's who was the one who blew the coverage? Jair Alexander.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was a blown coverage.
You should have let him score.
Probably, but he probably would have gone down.
And it looked like he was going in now.
Maybe, but again, it's just.
I was worried about the Ravens secondary and it was obvious passing. It was obvious passing. They were down by 15 points, and the Bills were just passing it all over them. It was like, I guess they were just letting them have it because it's like, look, you're up 15, but like, you got to hold on to that lead.
Exactly. Here, take over for a minute.
I mean, Josh Allen is the MVP of the league until otherwise. I mean, Lamar and Josh Allen both are MVPs. I mean, that's just going to be another duel for the MVP for this year. I mean, 33 for 46, 394 yards. You really can't ask for a much better performance from Josh Allen. But, I mean, the worry about the Bills is if you're going to have to win, I mean, wins are much easier to correct in the NFL when you're coming off a win than coming off like a 15-point loss like they could have had. But on the Bills' hand, look, you got to give Josh Allen some help. You can't have him have to be a superhero every single game to save you in a win. I mean, look, the Bills schedule these next couple of weeks gets a little easier. They have to go to the Jets for a first divisional game, and then Dolphins at home, and then they get the Saints at home. I mean, it should be a pretty easy stretch for the Bills and Ravens. On the other hand, the Ravens have the Browns, Lions, and they have to go to Arrowhead. So I mean, the Ravens would have loved to have a week one start off 1-0, but it's like the offense played as good as you can. They played literally, they were scoring at will. I mean, the Ravens, it was almost like you just blink and it was like Derrick Henry was running down the sideline for a 50-yard touchdown. It's like, how do they keep letting that happen? And how about he would have made, I think it was maybe been Taylor Rapp or something. When he stiff armed him for that first touchdown, it looked like he was like bouncing him on the ground. It was like a basketball. It was, I mean, the king is still the king. I mean, it's actually unreal. He's in year 10 and he's still just
an absolute. He's the best running back I've ever seen play.
Yeah.
I've ever seen. He's the best of my era.
Yeah, there's just a lot of worries in Buffalo, but I mean, look, like I was just saying, it's easier to correct in the film room after a win, and then the schedule gets a little bit easier these next couple of weeks. So it's like just got to keep finding ways to win if you're Buffalo. But I mean, you got to get right defensively. You got to not have to let Hero be your hero again. But I mean, you can't really ask for much better. Pretty much ending to the Sunday.
Yep. All right. So let's move on to week 2. Finally, we are 37 minutes in. We are finally getting to week 2.
Hey, but there was a lot of good games in week 1. So
there was, and the game of the year had to give the game of the year treatment. So we have a few days off from football. Monday, today we're recording this on Tuesday. We have football, NFL football again Thursday. And Thursday, we got a matchup between 2 contenders in the NFC. We got the Washington Commanders going to Lambeau Field to take on Green Bay. That's how we're starting off. So Prime gets a really good Thursday night football game to start, and then probably crap for the rest of the year.
Yeah, probably so. I think I just want to see what Jaden Daniels looks like up against that Green Bay.
He looked. We didn't talk about this, but he looked okay.
Yeah,
against New York.
Deebo Samuel. Well, I guess I just want to see Deebo Samuel.
Look, they really used him a lot. Thankful because he was on my.
McLaurin didn't get many touches.
No, even though he got paid recently, but
that
might be because he was holding out. I don't know. This game, according to the score, Green Bay is a 3.5-point favorite. In the NFL, you won't see like double-digit spreads. Most of them will be single digits, but Green Bay is a 3.5-point favorite. Give me the Packers. Give me the Packers. Gonna cover.
Yeah, I think the Packers are gonna dominate.
The Commanders helped that offensive line by getting Laramie Tunsil, but Green Bay might have the best edge rushing tandem in the NFL.
How about
I'm worried about the Commanders' defense.
About Ja'Cory,
fast receivers.
And another running back, it was like the 6th or 7th round pick for Commanders is doing good. Krosky Merritt. I mean, that was like everybody.
They liked him so much they traded away Brian Robinson to San Francisco.
He had 10 carries for 82 yards. That's a great day on the ground. I guess we'll see about the Commanders. I'm still kind of like up in the air about them. I really love their offense, but their defense, I mean, I guess the Dan Quinn led defense is still decent. It's still probably going to be pretty solid, but I guess the test will be in 48 hours if they can get it done. But hopefully it's a high-scoring game. I mean, I think it will be. I think there'll be a lot of touchdowns, hopefully. Usually Thursday games are kind of lousy, and it's just like a kickoff slugfest, but we'll see.
Maybe or maybe not. So Sunday we've got a few good games. I'll list them all off, and then we'll kind of go. And then you'll give me the game that you're most looking forward to. We'll start with the noon slot, and then we'll get to everything else.
Oh, the noon slot is
ugly. There's a few good gems in there. Rams Titans, Seahawks Steelers.
I think the Seahawks, Steelers, and probably the Jags and the Bengals are probably the best 2 games.
Yeah. We also got the Bills, Jets, Bears, Lions. 2 teams trying to bounce back in the North. That could be pretty fun. Browns, Ravens will always be close. Giants, Cowboys, 49ers, Saints.
Brian Dable hasn't had a week 1 touchdown since in his Giants career.
In a while. Patriots, Dolphins, and a possible tank bowl, possibly. Panthers, Cardinals, and Jaguars.
I don't know how the Dolphins are favored in that game.
No.
Like, Patriots look bad.
Miami and Patriots historically are awful in Miami.
Yeah, they are. They are usually. I mean, Tua has kind of owned the Patriots, but I think there was no bright spots in that Dolphins game last week. It's kind of hard. How do you feel about the Giants coming to town?
I think this is a bounce back for Dallas. I'm worried about if the edge rushers, if we can contain their defensive line, because they got a 3-headed monster known as Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, and Brian Burns.
Yeah, Brian Burns look good.
That's not fun. So if Dallas can do okay against that, then they'll be fine. The Giants aren't great.
If I'm Brian Dable, you need to start Jackson Dart soon.
I think there was a report going out that he's trying to get the ownership going, hey, I really need to start this kid. I'm like,
I mean, he's on his way. He's on his way out.
Why not let the turnover chef, the bakery?
I mean, at that point, yeah. Saints play the Niners. The Saints are only actually 4.5 point, but that's because Brock Purdy and George Kittle are going to be out. So I mean,
Mac Jones could be starting for San Francisco.
Yeah, the line opened at 7.5 and it's down to 4.5. I think the Saints. This could be a game the Saints could actually win.
Heck yeah. I think the best game in the noon slate is actually going to be Seahawks-Steelers.
Yeah. Seahawks coming off a heartbreaker.
DK Metcalf against his former team.
I think DK could have a big game, especially with the Steelers not having a run game.
They're going to win this game.
Wow.
I got the Hawks going into Pittsburgh and winning this.
That's interesting. I think a sneaky game for the noon slate before we get to the afternoon slate. Jaguars, Bengals. Jags dominated the Panthers.
I would start Chase, Burrow. I'd start them all.
I think this might be a high-scoring game.
I need Burrow to torch.
Trevor Lawrence actually looked pretty competent last week.
Yeah, and he's going up against another pretty crappy defense.
This could be a high-scoring game. Like, you'll just look up, and this is probably like the highest-scoring game of the noon slate, probably.
So, in the 3:05 slate, we got 3 games. Panthers, Cardinals, Broncos, Colts, which
could be interesting.
Hell, the Broncos are only a 1.5 point favorite, so even Vegas thinks this could be a pretty tight game.
Yeah.
And then the big game is a rematch of the Super Bowl in Arrowhead. Philadelphia, Kansas City.
Dad, I don't know what to think about this game. I'm really worried. I think the Eagles might go in there and win.
I got the Eagles win.
Yeah.
I got the Eagles winning. I think the defensive line's going to help. And then they're just going to watch that tape against the Chargers and go, all right, A.J. Brown we didn't use A.J. Brown enough. All right.
Didn't you use Devontae Smith enough? Didn't you use you used Jahan Dotson a bit.
What really killed the Chiefs last week? Quarterback runs and
passing and airing it out.
Hurts could have a really nice game. Again, I think Mahomes could have a really nice game as well. I'm worried about the Eagles secondary as well.
Yeah, it's just who's going to be that guy for the Chiefs?
The Eagles the big thing with the Chiefs is they need to play disciplined football. If they would play disciplined football, and Philly has another game where it's like they have a few pass interferences, then that could be the thing that Arrowhead could take into effect. And then Sunday Night Football, we got Falcons Vikings.
Could be an ugly game.
I don't know where to lean on this one. I think this is going to be a close game.
Yeah, it just depends if we're gonna get which version of JJ McCarthy do we get? Do we get the first half JJ McCarthy, or do we get the second half? And on the Atlanta side, I think their offense, Drake London might be questionable for the game. I think he had like a
I
shoulder
thought
injury.
Penix looked really good.
Penix was really good. It was
Bijan,
just
they got Bijan. They really got everyone. It's the defense. It's the defense.
and the coaching.
Yeah.
Raheem Morris, they got to do something about that. He's he's a bad coach,
You might be on the
and
hot seat.
I would already put him on the hot seat if I were Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, look, I hope he stays in Atlanta because keep him.
Your biggest rival.
That's right. And which JJ McCarthy will we get? Will we get first half or second half version? That's the biggest key for this game.
We're gonna get a combination of both. I could see first half look great and second half look complete terrible. Yeah. I can see that. I want to see Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. see if they come to spotlight because Flores is going to make Michael Penix's life a living hell.
Yep. And I want to see JJ give Jay Jettas the ball.
Yes.
He only got 4 catches. He needs to get targeted more. He's the best receiver, one of the best receivers in the league. So it's like
one of, if not the best receiver.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 guys. Him, Jamar Chase, and CeeDee Lamb are probably the 3 best receivers in my opinion right now. So it's like
even then there's other guys.
There's still like elite. There's like at least 10 to 15 elite receivers.
Just keep going down.
Yeah, you can name one on every team.
All right, next Monday Night Football, we got a doubleheader.
Yeah,
we got a doubleheader just like we did last week or last year. My bad.
Yeah, last year a couple of times.
So this week we got the Buccaneers going to Houston to face the Texans.
Yeah,
with Texans being a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, the Texans were coming off of like a really close loss against the Rams last week.
Their offensive line is terrible.
Yep.
And then the Chargers, 3.5-point favorite, going to the Sin City to face the Raiders, who looked really solid against New England.
Yeah, Geno Smith looked amazing.
My question to you is, which game are you more excited for? Because I think both of these games could be really, really fun. The last time Baker and Stroud went at it, it was in Stroud's rookie year, and Stroud won a 35-42 shootout.
Yeah, I think the Bucs and Texans game is probably more interesting for me. I want to see Baker. Baker played probably like a C+ game throughout, but when he needed it most, he was like on the money. Like he was a clutch when it mattered. I just want to see him maybe put together a full 60.
This is one of the best receiving groups. The Bucs going up against probably one of, if not the best secondary in football in Houston.
I think Derek Stingley might be banged up a little bit, but we'll see. He might play. I think I was kind of worried about that Bucs O-line. Like Baker was getting like pressured a lot. He was having to move out of the pocket a lot. So if they
so Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson, we could see big games from them.
Yeah, I think if that O-line doesn't figure it out, and then I could on the other side,
these are 2 offensive lines I'm really worried about, and could be like
the
Achilles heel of each of these teams who have Super Bowl aspirations, both of them.
Yeah, Vita Vea could have a big game. And then in this other game is kind of very interesting because, like, look, Pete Carroll comes in and gets the first win.
AFC West is just like the NFC North. Every team in there is good. Like, the Raiders have life. Like, they looked like a team. They looked like a competent football team for the first time in like 3-4 years.
I think they're
probably – they looked like – that was the most competent Raiders team I've seen since probably Rich Bisaccia.
Yeah.
Here.
I mean, questionable with Brock Bowers, though. That could be
huge. I mean, Jacoby Myers, that's their top receiver.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers played good.
They have to rely on Genty, and I don't love the Raiders in this.
Well, he got 19 carries for 38 yards.
I don't love that. I don't love this matchup, especially with the Chargers defense being one of the best in the league. I like LA here, but
yeah,
I'll have the Raiders cover, actually.
Well, Gino, I think it's gonna have to be one in Gino hands again. I mean, he had 362 passing yards last week. I
Yep.
mean, he's
All right.
a
All right. So, what is the game that you're most excited for this week?
mm,
You can give one, you can give two, you can give three, as many as you want, and a
I
reason
think I'll
why.
give 3. Give me Eagles Chiefs, of course. Everybody wants to see that. I'm very interested in that Bucks Texans game actually. And then
Okay.
I think the last one I'm very intrigued by is this Jaguars and Bengals game.
Nice. You think two of those are going to be shootouts?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a few shootouts here. I don't know. I just like what I saw of the Jaguars and the Bengals. Offense is usually consistent, but I mean, I guess the second half. Hopefully, they don't come out like that. But at least they're finally 1-0 in something because they haven't been. If they get off to a 2-0 start, I mean, you might want to look out.
For me, the games I'm most interested in is Commanders Packers
Yeah,
on Thursday. Fascinated to see how the revamped Commanders offensive line looks against Green Bay's three-headed monster edge rusher. I love that matchup. I'm excited for Seahawks Steelers because I think could be one of two things: a shootout, or B, a defensive slugfest between two of the best defenses in football.
yeah.
One of the two. Either way, really good game, I think.
The Steelers really got to show me their improvement. Like they got to improve from week 1 to week 2 defensively because that defense was kind of questionable. But
Then I'm
hopefully
also
they come out good.
going to put in Eagles Chiefs and Bucks Texans.
There we go.
Biggest up. What's the team that you could see get upset this week? Team that's favored that you could see be upset.
I guess the Niners are one of them. Just not even being biased, but just because they're hurt. Like if Brock Purdy was playing, it would be a pretty easy win. But I don't know what they expect out of Mac Jones. Like he's kind of a stationary quarterback still. It's like I guess them. Let's see, maybe the Jets.
I think Panthers could upset the Cardinals.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see the Jets beating the Bills.
Yeah, I like Falcons. Another one I could see is the Falcons over the Vikings or the Raiders over the Chargers.
Do you think the Bears could go into Detroit and win?
Yeah, I think they could, but
yeah,
I'd have no idea what to think with Detroit. I'm gonna lean with Detroit because they're home. They're at home, but could.
Yeah, no suspension. Breaking news out of Jalen Carter, no suspension.
He served the 1-game suspension for Dallas.
Yeah, practically,
one snap, and that was it.
But yeah, I mean, I think this could shape up as just kind of like not as good as last week, but
week 1 we had a few great games. This one could be the little cool down, kind of like last week was for college for us.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of mediocre teams going against good teams. So I mean, you're really like the Browns. The Browns looked actually decent, but their kicking game is bad.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to expect against the Ravens. Like the Ravens, like what's the mentality in that Baltimore locker room? They have a lot of veterans, but what's that mentality like after blowing a big lead? It was like, did the Dolphins get a win? Like, Vrabel get his first win. It's like there's a lot of interesting storylines between these like mediocre teams because it's like, and I think the Cowboys could like. They're only 5.5. I could see them winning by 2 touchdowns just because you don't know what you're getting out of the Giants' offense. They were just stalemate.
We don't know if they're gonna start Dart. We don't know if they're gonna start Russell. That could be locker room stuff.
But other than that, I mean.
And one final question I have is, how did you do in fantasy this week?
1-0, but only because the person who had I was going against had the Ravens kicker. And so once he missed that PAT, I was like, all right, Bills, please go down and win. So
yeah,
I don't want overtime because I was kind of worried there. He was like, because they could have kicked a field goal Like I was like, all right, this is setting up for a Buffalo Ravens field goal, and then he missed the PAT. I was like, all right, nice. I won by 2 points.
So I'm in 4 leagues. I went 3-1.
That's awesome.
The one I lost was Bucky Irving and Joe Burrow. Both played pretty mediocre.
Yeah, Bucky.
And then the ones I won, Derrick Henry, one of them, Lamar Jackson in another, and the third one I just had multiple guys like Evans, just multiple guys like get like 15 or so. Just consistency.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as you went 3-1, I mean, you can't really complain at all already.
No, I'm not complaining at all.
I guess we'll see. It should be interesting for our fantasy leagues. Hopefully, everybody else did good in their fantasy this week.
And even if not, it's only week 1.
Yeah. So
your dreams of a fantasy championship banner and ring are still up for grabs, or just avoiding punishment, which honestly, fair.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else?
I think we covered about everything that we could in the NFL.
Yep. And all right, so that'll do it for 4th of the Mile podcast. We'll be back Thursday for the college football episode, which should be really fun to do. But as always, everyone have a great Sunday, great Thursday and Sunday of watching, and Monday of watching football games. My bad.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone has a safe and enjoyable week. For Nicholas Elliott, I'm JD Zaza. We'll see you Thursday, and peace out.